The best way to age gracefully while doing a little this and that along the way, this is my opinion, is the following. So, first off, let's just recognize that, anybody who follows like celebrities online can tell that, there's some of them in who are, on social media, for example, that just seem to not age over a 30-year career. And damn, what are they doing? Like, what's the secret sauce? While there's others that, people like literally bully them because they're like, oh, I'm aging gracefully, I'm aging naturally, I'm not having like plastic surgery and things like that. And then they literally get people saying horrible things about them. Oh, there are also people that say horrible things about people who do cosmetic and aesthetic procedures. So you kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But you know how there's some celebrities where they look just as gorgeous and fresh as they did 20, 30 years ago, and whatever they're doing, it's working for them because they don't look fake, they don't look pulled tight like a windblown look on their face. They don't look frozen. Why do they look so good? I mean, surely they must be doing something, right? To look that good at age 50, 55, and beyond. And this is what I think that the secret sauce is. It's a combination. It's not just one thing. It's a combination of taking super good care of yourself, in terms of your health. So eating a clean diet, getting regular exercise, wearing sunscreen to protect your skin from sun damage, um, helping maintain your mental health, by doing whatever you need to do for that, whether it's meditation or prayer or just having chance to goof off and have fun with your friends. But it's drinking enough water, all the things that keep us healthy. But in addition to that, in order to keep their faces and their bodies looking as fresh as they did 20, 30 years ago, they're probably just doing a few little things as opposed to one big thing. So like when somebody goes and doesn't do anything at all, like cosmetic or aesthetic procedures, and then all of a sudden at age 50, they go and get like this full face and neck lift and all this work done, rhinoplasty, etc. All of a sudden, it just makes them look like a different person. And that's not subtle at all. So that's when people start kind of entering with their bullying comments. The way to do it subtly is just to, number one, take care of your skin at home every single day. Be diligent about it. Use your active ingredients. Use your SPF every single day. The quality of your skin has so much to do with how good you're going to look when you're 40, 50, 60, and beyond. If your skin is not being cared for at home, it does get thinner, it does get more kind of crepey, it does wrinkle more, it does have more hyperpigmentation if you're not, especially if you're not using your sunscreen. That's just naturally what happens to our skin, especially after women enter menopause, because with the lack of estrogen, it's 10 times harder for our skin to make collagen and elastin. So especially after menopause, they have to do their diligent skincare at home. But aside from that, they are probably just doing small, subtle things every so often, like as a maintenance. And that's why they look so good, because they're not doing some big, huge surgery all of a sudden that makes them look like a different person. So what do I mean by small things? Maybe just low doses of neurotoxin, Botox, Dysport, etc., to keep from getting a lot of wrinkles in the forehead and the crow's feet. Um, Maybe just small, subtle amounts of filler, not the giant lips, not the giant cheeks, not the overdone look, because that's kind of out now. And then maybe some biostimulants. So things that stimulate collagen that are injectables would be things like Sculptra or hyperdilute radius. Those are just two examples. And my favorite, of course, good old microneedling. You can do it with or without radio frequency. I actually like it just with regular microneedling without radio frequency, and just doing that as a maintenance treatment to keep your collagen building as you age. So I probably do it like once per quarter. just as a maintenance treatment. And then little things like maybe to keep your skin tone even, if you're able to do like a photofacial, that's an IPL or a BBL. Intense pulse light therapy is just going to help with hyperpigmentation and brown spots and things like that. Even skin tone really does take years off of your face. So if you start to see those little freckles and age spots, that's one way to help with that if you're a candidate. So little things, not big things. But again, number one thing, taking care of your health from within and then taking care of your skin every single day at home. That's the secret sauce. It's not, oh, I went to this plastic surgeon and I had everything pulled up. That's usually not going to give a natural look. I'm not saying that people aren't doing those things, because of course they still are, but they're going to surgeons who are doing now this newer procedures like what they call an endoscopic facelift, where it's actually going to have much smaller scars, and so they don't have it, it's not as noticeable for that reason. So there's a lot of advances in plastic surgery, so if you're looking to go that route, I definitely think you can do it and have a subtle result if you go to the right professional. And just one note about surgery, this is not really the topic of this whole talk, but if you are going to go the route of surgery like facelift, neck lift, that type of thing, make sure that you find a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. That's my recommendation as someone who has worked in the operating room with many surgeons over the years. My background is I started out as an anesthesiologist before I studied functional and anti-aging medicine and got into medical aesthetics. So I worked with a lot of plastic surgeons. And I can tell you that what most lay people don't know, and I think this is kind of deceptive a lot of times in advertising, is that a cosmetic surgeon is not the same thing as a plastic and reconstructive surgeon. The training is completely different. There may be some overlap, of course, but a plastic and reconstructive surgeon has to do a lot more training. The difference being that, like, the reconstructive part, right? So, like, if there was ever a problem with a surgery, they know how to not only go in and fix it, but they can literally reconstruct parts of a person's face, like when someone's had a car accident, for example, and they have to kind of rearrange some things. So, a lot more training. And I just personally, if I was going to go to somebody, that's who I would choose. People that are cosmetic surgeons a lot of times have a different type of background, maybe general surgery plus like I think there's a 1 year fellowship they can do in cosmetic surgery, which basically involves doing things like liposuction, breast augmentation, things like that. Maybe even rhinoplasty. But for your face, especially, uh, get a recommendation from several people who've had surgery. And if you have a friend who's an anesthesiologist that works with plastic surgeons, even better. But that's just my opinion. There's people you can ask. So don't just go by, you know, Google reviews and Groupon things. Those are, oof, scary stuff. So be careful, take good care of yourself, drink your water, wear your sunscreen, and I will see you back here soon. Cheers.